University of Alabama's campus has added a new exhibit. We've previewed this for you, and now we get to see it for real.
And it walks visitors through the history of when Alabama integrated with other races into its athletic program. CBS 42's Landon Wexler shows us.
Ani, Jack, good morning. Yes, the Paul W. Bryant Museum is a must-see destination on campus for all Alabama football fans, kind of like the Bryant-Denny Stadium and the Walk of Champions. Now, at Bryant-Denny, at Paul Bryant Museum this morning with me is Olivia Arnold, the director of the museum.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well, Olivia. Thanks for joining us. So this morning, we're talking about just this new exhibit at the museum. It's called Breaking Barriers.
Correct.
Being that we're at the Bryant Museum, how was he involved in the integration programs here?
So actually, Coach Bryant started trying to take the baby steps towards integration before he got to the University of Alabama. When he was at Texas A&M, he was actually the athletic director there, so he had some control over who the teams played. So he started scheduling his teams to play against integrated, some other teams that were integrated. Then once he got to the University of Alabama in the 1959 Liberty Bowl, he actually had to go in front of Alabama's governor, Governor Patterson, to ask permission for our team to go and play against them because they were an integrated team. And at the time, it wasn't allowed for us to go and play against integrated teams.
So that was an unheard of deal for a coach or really anyone in...
Well, in this area,
yeah.
In the Southeastern Conference, especially. So that was his first little baby step that he took here at the University of Alabama. The next step was when Coach C.M. Newton recruited Wendell Hudson. Wendell Hudson was a basketball player. But Coach Bryant was the athletic director then, so he had a say over how the other programs were run. And Coach Newton came to him and wanted to recruit Wendell Hudson, and Coach Bryant gave him the okay. And so that kind of set the stage for the next year. He was able to recruit Wilbur Jackson, who was the first scholarship African-American football player here at the University of Alabama.
That just shows you how much of an impact Coach Bryant and Coach Newton had on the programs here at Alabama and really in the region. Now, coming up in a little bit, we're talking about Wilbur Jackson and a couple other players that were key in the integration here at Alabama. You know the names you've probably heard of before, so Jack and Ani, I will talk to you guys a little bit about that.
We look forward to seeing you again in a bit. Landon, thank you very much. The Bryant Museum is filled with history.